Morning, vinyl community. What's going on? Doing a new vinyl in my life here. I wanted to get a video out this week because it's been a hell of a week. Prepping record store day and auctions and a lot going on at Angry Mom. But also, I wanted to thank everyone for, the 300th episode of Searching for a Thread and the contest I have going on. The deadline for that again is August 1st. The video about that contest, Gold Sounds, is in the feed. The last one I did. Got a few entries so far. Great ones from Dave, Mazzy did a great one, and maybe there's another one. There was one new subscriber, one new channel, Jahal, I think his name was. He's actually been listening to the radio show for like 4 months, I think he said, so that's really cool, and he was very kind in his words, so I appreciate that. But yeah, August 1st I'm giving away tons of stuff. Thank you for joining in on that, and if you don't, no big deal. If there's less subscribers, everyone's gonna get something. So, and thank you for everyone who's bought a T-shirt. Now I haven't sent those out yet. I've been so slammed this week. I've been in a lot of preparation for that 300th episode and posting it and all that stuff. That you can listen to, by the way. Link below to my link tree where you can get the podcast. But yeah, thanks for everyone for buying a shirt. I'm gonna be working on those packages this weekend, so I haven't responded to everyone, but I have got your order and ready to go. I am throwing in bonuses. This is the T-shirt, by the way, if anyone still is interested. Yeah, designed by Steve Krakow, Plastic Crime Wave Sound. If anyone is not so thrilled with that design, I do have old T-shirts, which are my sort of logo, just sort of glittered out on black or blue. I still have some of these. These are not on the soft style tee, just so you know, but same price on these if you want. And if you're willing to do that $10, I am throwing in bonuses. I have Searching for a Thread buttons and magnets, but I'm going to throw in actual other bonuses. So thank you, and I will get those out ASAP. Thanks everyone again, and for your patience. I'm Dom, by the way, if you didn't know that. I'm doing this video in the morning before I go to Angry Mom, before the day before record store day. It's Friday the 16th. Wanted to get this in. We're listening to a reissue of Clarence Peters' The Magnetic Atmosphere. Really cool. I picked this up via Dusty Groove. I think Alex first showed this, and then Dave. You guys have been just a daily tax almost on my account, but I really appreciate quality recommendations. This is from 1980 originally. Clarence Peters, voice, drums, and pianos, and then it's like basically quartet. I like that he doesn't Clarence around the world. He just sort of he's leaving off words. I forget what label reissued this, but this is a super rare original, and it was cool to find it at Dusty Groove. Dave, thank you, because all the sellers otherwise are international and they're asking for way more. So I don't know if these are still available at Dusty Groove, but check them out. We're listening to that right now. So again, thanks everyone for your contributions to the contest and August 1st on that deadline. Cool stuff being given away, including a Dusty Groove gift certificate. This is out today. This Alice Coltrane, Taria Sings, Curtain. Now, I just finished listening to this. This is on Impulse Official. Blue Impulse labels. I'm still figuring out how I feel about this. It is, the original release was a tape, a cassette, 1982. She basically made just for her ashram, essentially, and it's very rare. There's bootlegs, LP reissues of that. Now this is not actually a reissue of that. It's sort of Robbie Coltrane discovered this an early version of Taria Sings that I guess doesn't have all the synthesizers and sort of the various productions she put on it. This is just Alice singing in Sanskrit at the Wurlitzer. And I'm not saying I don't like it, but this is, I gotta need more time with this. It's very subtle and very subdued, and her voice is interesting. It's not like what I would have expected. So this is on that 60th, this whole Impulse thing. I think this is gonna be a pretty popular seller, I think, at the store. We have copies of these, but I need more time. I may not like it. I don't know. That's usually a good thing when you're not really sure how you feel about something. you may come around to it. So that is Curtin Teria Sings, Alice Coltrane. On the 300th episode, and over the last month, I was heavily in a Dinosaur Jr. kick, and I only have a few records on vinyl, so I rectified that some. My favorite ones are like the 90s records, Green Mine, Where You Been, and I played Where You Been on my 300th, and I was able to get the last of these Cherry Red reissues that are expanded. Where You Been Out There is when I played the first track, and of course Start Chopping is amazing. Really stoked to have these. I got this really great liner notes. These are on blue. This is on blue vinyl. I haven't really gotten to the liner notes too much yet, but they were a little expensive. But I was able to get them at like list price for what they were going for. And Green Mine too. I haven't opened Green Mine yet, but I know this record very well. I just need to add these. I don't have the 80s stuff. I mean, I have it on CD, but I like those records. But these are the ones I discovered when I was a kid, so these are the ones I kind of gravitate towards. And the same seller had the new album, Sweeping Into Space. This is only okay. Co-produced by Kurt Vile. It's good. It's a little jangly, a little more poppier. Jay Mascis is way more in the mix with his voice. And I probably didn't need to get it, but it was very inexpensive, and same seller had it as the other one, so I took it. I took it. Well, I didn't take it. I paid for it. So, what else do I have here? New vinyl. I have a lot. I could do a whole nother update, by the way, but this is the more recent stuff, or the less recent stuff. There's more recent stuff. Dyke In The Blazers. Now, this is an original copy on the original sound imprint. Fantastic soul record. Funky Broadway. Many singles, Dyke In The Blazers. This is their one and only album. Very good funky soul. I brought this up to the Adirondacks on our trip, which was awesome. I was spinning records in the cabinet. And this we played 3 or 4 times. And from 67, I think this is. I forgot to look into some history of Dyke In The Blazers, but I think this is just getting a reissue. This is a stereo copy. There's mono copies as well. Very cool, funky soul. These next two, again, influenced by the VC. I posted on Instagram about sort of Chris Cole and Motor 247 being very influential with some of their posts, and I had been into these Erica records, and this is the double album known as Wusu. And if you don't know what Erica is, it's a project that's sort of specifically for meditative purposes, music made for meditation. And that's sort of what all of these tracks are, double album. This is from 1972, a private release, never been reissued. Their one album that they did for Just Sunshine, I have Michael Lang's label. This is just beautiful, tranquil. Sometimes this one a little more noisy. And wonderful. It's hard to find, you know, it's funny, you wouldn't think these records would get much play, but it's hard to find nice sleeves. Alex can concur to that. A little tape on the bottom here. I took this tape off. I can't stand tape on records. I'd rather would have this. I don't know. Sometimes anyway. Like this Scotch tape I find to be very ugly. But this is like wonderful early new age music essentially. I highly recommend it. And then another one I had been looking at, was a 2012 Erica, just called Music in the Nine Rings. This is unreleased music that came out in 2012, completely blank back here. There's really very little information on these records. I think the information is out there about who was making them, I just don't have it in front of me. But this is one that was up on Discogs for $30, $40, but Faust in the Head, thank you for your tip. Searching the Bandcamp, they're still available for, I think it was $30. So, and it's from 2012. So, Brandon, Faust in the Head, thank you. Well, I'll put it this way, I do want to recommend. I should have written it down, but I'm not doing any edits on this video. A couple of new channels. I'm trying to sort of spread the word on new channels, like has been done for me. The one that comes to mind is Mama's Records. He's only like 100-something subs, 120 subs or something. So. Check him out. He just did a really good feature on the Trouble in Mind label, which I dig. And he's into sort of, you know, a little bit of everything like me. Like he he sort of is just looking for interesting music. So check him out. Mama's Records. All right, I got a bunch more here. Another one I showed on Instagram. This beautiful second press, the Bergen Field. This Sonny Rollins moving out. Fireworks label, Deep Groove. It is a second, but it's beautiful shape. Took this home from the shop. Angry Mom, and the sleeve is wonderful. I think it's probably just about a similar fidelity and similar sound to the very first press. I'll take this all day long. It was really inexpensive too. For a nice clean pressing of this. Rollins is from 1956. I think this 57 is a repress. Wonderful stuff. You got Monk and Durham. Who else we got on here? Monk. What am I saying? Thelonious Monk is on the second side. Durham is on the first side, along with Percy Heath, Art Blakey, and Elmo Hope as well. Sonny moving out on Prestige. Here's us. I haven't been showing a ton of Psych, but I finally picked up a record I'd sold a reissue of years ago. I've been meaning to get. Psychedelic, what Pete pictured it, and I just like, yeah, I forgot about this record. I have to get this because it's truly a standout. It's something outside of what normal Psych is, and it's the Sea Shanties record, High Tide on Liberty. Violin, the violin in this is killer, and it's kind of a heavy Psych record, I guess. Nice copy, undergraded, so I got it for below the usual price, which I always appreciate. Who doesn't? High Tide Sea Shanties is from 1969. Good heavy, a little bit proggy, far out stuff. Another jazz record here. This is Joe Henderson, Inner Urge. Another shout out to Hudson Valley Vinyl. Chris hooked me up with this. This is a tough one to get nowadays. I was after this from when Dave did his Blue Note feature on this record. This is a later Blue Note press on blue, very ugly label, I think, but it sounds really nice. I was playing this in the Adirondacks as well, and felt great to hear it in the trees. Inner Urge, McCoy Tyner, Elvin Jones, Bob Crenshaw, and Joe Henderson, tenor. Alright, here's one I don't think I've shown in any shape or form. The first album, Gil Scott Heron. A New Black Poet. This is a live record, 125th and Lenox, on the Flying Dutchman label. It's a white label promo. We're playing this in the store at Angry Mom, and not the best. It's definitely, it's not for the faint of heart, we'll just say. It's poetic, it's deep, it's very personal, and it's raw. It's very raw. It's sort of like, spoken word poetry over, the rhythms. So, I recommend it though. Still don't have the other early album on Flying Dutchman. I think it's just The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, right? Alright, a couple more. A couple new Flying Nun editions. Chris Knox. First solo album from 1989. Actually, second solo album. The other one is a very rare one. Custom Flying Nun labels. This has like one of his signature songs on it. Uncle Tom's Cabin, is it? I'm just getting to know this record. It's got the insert in there. It's pretty nice shape from February '89, and it's mainly all Chris Knox, I think. There's an insert on this, but I'm going to move through pretty quickly here, so as to not make the video long. I have more to come on this. Always love these Flying Nun custom labels and awesome sleeve art. I showed this on Instagram too, speaking of Chris Knox. Tall Dwarfs. The title, that's the long and short of it, right? Yeah, that's the short and long of it. I'll just show real quick. It's got some wonderful custom labels as well, and I posted this on Instagram because I was just in love with the cover, with the artwork and the attached little zine here. Beautiful. This is from 1980, let's see, 85 on Flying Nun. Alright, a couple more. Another one I posted, Afternoon of a Georgia Fawn, Marion Brown, ECM, 1970. It's a German press. Not an easy listen. Very, very chaotic and detached and sort of fragmented. I really love it though. You have all sorts of people on here. Anthony Braxton, Chick Corea, Andrew Sorrell, Larry Curtis, William Green, Jack Gregg, Jeannie Lee, voice percussionist, Billy Malone, Benny Maupin, Gail Palmore. This was not very expensive at all. I highly recommend grabbing this if you see it on ECM. Here's an ambient reissue by Mark Barreca, The Sleeper Wakes. Scissor Tail, 1986 cassette. Originally released on the Seattle New Age ambient label Intrepid, following his collaborations with Kay Lamer. Mark Barreca. I've only really spun this on my radio show. I was kind of using it as incidental music, and so I need some more time with this as well. This, as I said, is on the Scissor Tail editions. Just came out, 2021. So check this out if you like sort of minimal, early, somewhat mid-early New Age music. Alright, and two biggies. Fire at Lancaster. It's not up to us in Exodus. Again, Alex, thank you, or Dan, for showing this and doing the John Coltrane Memorial Project on it. And I had my eyes peeled for it ever since that time. Not that long ago. This is the Vortex. This is a little, not quite as out there as I thought, in a great way. It's, you know, very heavy duty for sure, but I found it to be hitting a lot of different marks. It felt good late night listen, you know, cathartic, but, you know, not too intense. I really loved the sort of line it walked. And I was just glad to get it during this crazy time of jazz being so in demand. Did not get the copy of me, but that wasn't me that bought that, by the way. Alright, and then yeah, the Exodus was one that actually came into the store at Angry Mom. And very great jazz collections have been coming through. And this is from 1977. The sleeve has seen better days, but sort of helped out in the price, so it's recorded live. Relatively small, yeah, just a trio. Harold Smith on wooden flute percussion, Skip Parnell bass, and Mr. Lancaster doing everything else. And on the Philly Jazz label. Nice labels there, so more time to be spent with that. And that's all I got. If anyone is in the Ithaca area and wants to come by the record shop, Angry Mom, Saturday, or even today, Friday, we have just, yeah, there's been exceptional jazz collections coming in. We're pricing and putting out at large, probably 1,000 to 2,000 pieces of really nice, clean 70s represses, like good to get. Like there's a whole run of Alice Coltrane titles, for instance, that are all the later-ish pressings, so they'll be a little bit less, but clean, you know, so nice way to get those. There's tons of just really good stuff on Muse. I'm just still even like going through it, but yeah, I would highly recommend coming, whether this weekend if you're in the area, and checking out what we have. There's been a lot of good rock coming through, and we have all tons of stuff for Record Store Day, of course, which I will probably only just grab that Miles Champions thing, the Jack Johnson outtakes. I'm not really going to be, sometimes when everything's after the initial run, I'll see what's left and grab a couple of things. I'm interested in the Thai Elephant Orchestra as well. I don't think I'm going to be taking home, although it's really cool. As well as Behind the Dikes 2, the Dutch Psychedelia, but I have the first volume. I'm probably good with that. This is the Woody Shaw, or I'm sorry, not the Woody Shaw. Woody Shaw's on it. It's the Roy Brooks Understanding, right? It's a 3LP, a little expensive, but it looks great. Yeah, I'll probably just grab the Miles Champions, I think, unless things change. But yeah, we're expecting another good day tomorrow. We have a lot of good used stock, so yeah, that's about it for new vinyl in my life here. Hope everyone's doing good. Thanks again for your contest entries and for supporting the radio show by buying shirts. I'm going to send those out. They'll probably all go out Monday. So thanks again, everyone, and be well. We'll see you soon.